we will tackle about the train law and create laws and amendments to income taxes. This presentation is prepared by Crystalline Fernandez Paculba and with my partner Edel Joy Matubang, a CBPSU students with a course of Bachelor of Science and Entrepreneurship. So in this topic, we will know about what is the importance of these laws, how does these laws help with the country's development and growth. So this is the learning objective. The learner will able to gain knowledge on the impact of train law and create law and the reason behind the amendment of income taxes. So let's first watch this video in order for us to gain valuable knowledge about the impact and importance of train law.
Kayo po ay nasa train o tax reform for acceleration and inclusion Central Station. Mas mataas na ang naiuwing sahod ng karamihan sa empleyadong Pilipino. Less income tax, more take-home pay. Kung kayo ay may karamdaman, mas mababa na ang inyong babayaran sa pagbili ng gamot para rito. 70% ng koleksyon mula sa train ay ilalaan para sa iba't ibang proyekto ng Build. 30% ng malilikom mula sa train law ay inilalaan para sa unconditional cash transfers at pantawid pasada upang maiahon sa matinding kahirapan ang mga nasa laylayan. Sa train law, sagot natin ang pagbabago.
So this is the process of train law. It starts from September 2016 down to January 1, 2018. So on September 2016, the Department of Finance or DOF submitted train to Congress. May 29, 2017, President Duterte certified train as an urgent and priority measure. During May 31, 2017, House of Representatives approval and third and final reading. November 28, 2017, Senate approval and third and final reading. And December 11, 2017, the final bicameral conference on train was held. During December 19, 2017, President Rodrigo Roa Duterte signed the RA number 10963, also known as the train law. And January 1, 2018, implementation of the train law. So yung process niya is continuous. So it start noong 2016, then up to 2018 is yung law is napasa na talaga and which is na-implement na talaga sa ating country in Philippines. So train law, tax reform for acceleration and inclusion, RA number 10963. First package of the Comprehensive Tax Reform Program or CTRP envisioned by President Duterte's administration, which seeks to correct several deficiencies in the tax system to make it simpler, fairer, and more efficient. So itong train law or sinasabi nating tax reform for acceleration and inclusion is ang purpose lang naman ito, ang first package talaga of this provision is to seek to correct several deficiency in the tax system para maging madali na lang siya sa mga tao, especially for those businessmen or business owners, para yung flow of taxation is maging simple na lang siya. So in that case, if naging simple lang siya, so mas madali yung proseso in which yung money kasi ng tax na makokollect nito is gagamitin lang naman din sa mga tao. Like for example, sa mga projects, sa example, sa mga public hospitals, sa mga public schools. So yun din yung pagkukunan natin ng funds which is for the better and for the good benefit of everyone. So train addresses several weaknesses of the current tax system by lowering and simplifying personal income, simplifying states and donor taxes, expanding the value-added tax or VAT or VAT based, adjusting oil and automobile excise taxes, and introducing excuse tax on sugar, sweet, and beverages. So, ito yung mga mga purpose of why such this train is being proposed to the Congress and being implemented. Siyempre, para ma-solve yung current tax system or current issue, current weaknesses ng tax system natin. Kasi unlike from the tax process noon hindi pa na-implement yung train law, is masyadong komplikado yung process. So in that way, pag masyadong komplikado yung process, so mahihirapan yung mga tao sa proseso ng taxation. So ginawa nilang mas simple para mas madali yung process at mas madaling makalikom ng funds to provide or for the economic growth of our country. Next, ano ba yung goal? The goal of the train law: to create a simpler, fair, and more efficient system as per the constitutions, where the rich will have bigger contribution and the poor will benefit more from the government's program and services. So, ang goal lang naman talaga nito is para tulungan yung mga taong nangangailangan. So, like for example, in businesses, di ba yung mga businesses, it is owned by rich people, yung mga may kaya, or on the first place, hindi naman sila yung mga taong may kaya talaga kasi they start from small. Pero during the process is meron na silang kaya kasi naging profitable yung business nila. So, yung mga business nila is meron yung tax, meron silang binabayaran ng tax sa government. In which yung tax na iyon is gagamitin naman ng government to have or to promote this kind of projects para sa mga taong poor o sa mga taong nangangailangan. So, ganito yung process, kumbaga give and take, no? So, yung government is nag-implement sila ng tax. So, yung dapat gawin naman ng mga tao is dapat silang sumunod para yung good benefits rather is maibigay ng both parties. So, with the message of the President and the train. So, according to the President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, train implementation rules and regulation. This would ease the burden of the common taxpayers. Kasi nga na-mention natin kanina that this train law would give simpler, efficient tax process to all people. So, yung nag-implement naman ng rules and regulation of this train law is the Department of Finance or yung DOF rather. So, train forecasting on the effectiveness of law. So, accordingly, by 2020, so, noon pa to siya, reduce the poverty rate from 26% to 17%, uplifting about 10 million Filipinos from poverty. Achieve middle income status. By 2040, eradicate extreme poverty, provide equal opportunities through inclusive economic and political institutions, and they achieve high income status. So this is the basis of the personal income tax or PIT as long as he or she is earning less than 20,000 a month. So as you can see sa table, at yung basis of the taxation when it comes to income. So as you can see, with the annual income of 250,000 and below, so it is 0% tax rate. Over 250,000 and 400,000 to 400,000, it is 15% of excess over 250,000, and so on and so forth. So makikita dyan sa table yung personal income tax basis. So the next, we have these professionals and self-employed annual sales or gross receipts. So 250,000 and below, same, 0%. 500,000 and below, exemption from 3% percentage tax. Below 3 million, may choose either 8% flat tax on gross receipts or follow the personal income tax table. Yung income tax table na nirefer nito is what we call this one. and with above 3 million subject to personal income tax table, which is, as makikita na din dito, is yung over 2 million to 8 million. So, there is 402,500 plus 30% of excess over 2 million pesos. Now, we will have the value-added taxes. Businesses with a total amount of 3 million and below are exempt from paying VAT. C. Sugar sweetened beverages. So, we have 3 bases. So, 6 pesos per liter for drinks using sugar and artificial sweeteners, while 12 peso per liter for drinks using high fructose corn syrup. And all kinds of milk, 3-in-1 coffee, natural fruit and vegetable juices, and medical beverages are exempted. So as you observed during the pandemic is yung mga Coke is nagtaas yung mga price kasi nga dahil dito sa train law na din. So kasi based dito, 6 pesos per liter for drinks na merong sugar and artificial sweeteners yung sa tax dito. While 12 peso naman per liter for drinks na merong high fructose corn or syrup. Pero yung mga natural drinks like milk, 3-in-1 coffee, mga juice is exempted from this tax. So next one is petroleum excise tax. Through appropriate taxing of dirty fuel, environmental and health concerns can be addressed. So, from the last year, na-observe natin talaga or meron pang mga cases ngayon din na nagtaas yung presyo ng mga gasolina. Kasi nagtaas din yung mga tax. Bakit ba merong tax sa gasolina? Kasi, para hindi din mag-provide na yung mga business natin ng mga dirty fuel kasi nakakasira din yun sa environment. This is also to ensure the safety and to protect our environment. Kaya merong tax with regards to petroleum excise tax to address concerns with regard to environmental and health concerns. So next is automobile excise tax. Pickup trucks and electric vehicles are exempted from the excise taxes. So, as you can see sa table, ito naman yung taxes with regards to the price of the automobile. So, nadyan nakalagay yung non-hybrid cars, bases, and the hybrid cars. Like for example, if the price of the automobile is up to 600,000 rather. So, there is a 4% of the non-hybrid cars and there would be 2% hybrid cars. Ito yung basis of taxes niya and so on and so forth. So next one, we have the tobacco excise tax. So, syempre ito, dapat meron talagang tax. So, dito naman merong table which is the basis of this tobacco excise tax. So, if tax imposed 32.50 peso, so it is during schedule January 2018 to June 30, 2018. So, ito pa yung previous basis. While annual 4% increase is scheduled 2024 onwards. So, tataas na yung rating or tataas na yung rates of taxes ng tobacco. Kasi nga, this also to protect the health of people. Pero even to merong ng mga tax na ganito, still, some of the people are still using the tobacco or other drugs. Kaya meron sanang tax na ito is para pigilan yun silang gumamit. But because hindi sila mapipigilan, that's why tinaasan na lang din yun siguro yung tax in my own opinion. And also, pag tataas yung tax, is tataas din yung price syempre. Kasi yung mga businesses, syempre, they need to embrace what the reality is. So, tataasan din nila yung presyo kasi mahal ang bayad ng tax ng product na yon. So, that is the reason behind. So, next, we have the cosmetics tax. A 5% tax will be imposed on cosmetic surgery on medical procedures for purely aesthetic purposes. Next one, we have the donor's tax. A single tax rate of 6% of net donations will be imposed for gifts above 250,000 yearly, regardless of the relationship to the donor. And also the state tax. A single tax rate of 6% based on the net value of the state with a standard deduction of 5 million will be imposed. And the coal or the mineral products. So this is the basis of the taxation. So as you can see, ito yung table. The table shows the basis of the taxation. So excise tax coal 2018 50, 2019 100, and 2020 150 peso. Ito yung previous basis of taxation of the coal or the mineral products. Next one is we have the non-metallic minerals and quarry resources. So, ito din yung basis niya. Sa non-metallic minerals and quarry resources, we have the copper and other metallic minerals, which is 4% of the train law. Gold and chromite, 4%. Indigenous petroleum is 6% basis on the taxation. So, what are the benefits of the train? Ano ba yung benepisyo niya? Ano ba yung importansya niya? So, we have these three major benefits. We have the benefits in education, the benefits in healthcare services, the benefits in infrastructure programs. So, in terms of education, as you observe, merong mga schools na ipinatay, especially sa mga public schools, sa mga areas wherein masyadong malayo yung school sa mga student. So, as you observe, yung government is nagpapatay sila talaga ng school wherein yung mga estudyante is hindi na mahihirapan magpunta to the other sa ibang lungsod or sa ibang place para mag-aaral. So, in terms of education naman, kasi as you observe kasi pag konti lang yung schools or yung mga classrooms, so there is a possibility na magka-crowded, Kasi marami sila doon sa isang classroom at konti lang yung schools. So, in the implementation of the train law, sa tulong nito is meron tayong mga schools na ipapagawa in which yung fund na yon is kinokolekta ng government through the businesses, through the help and through the effort and support, and also through the coordination of our entrepreneurs. Next is comes to healthcare services. So dito naman, meron mga public hospitals. Siyempre, yung funds na nakokolekt sa tax is for the people naman. So dapat yung mga projects din nun is for the people din dapat. Next is infrastructure and programs. So as you observe din, yung mga yung sa mga daanan is inaayos din ng government. As what is observed nga dito sa Zamboanga is yung mga daanan talaga is inaayos nila. Pero magtataka ako minsan, why is it kailangan pa nilang ayusin yung daanan? Nakikita ko naman, okay naman, nakasemento na siya, pero inaayos nila ulit. Kaya nagtataka ako. Parang naisip ko, wow, parang sayang naman yung pera. Sinira nila kasi maayos na yung daan, tapos sinira nila, tapos ibabalik na naman nila sa semento yun. So, but that's only my observation. But for the others naman, yung sa mga sa mga bukid-bukid talaga ng mga places, or sa mga rural areas, so doon, pinapaayos nila yung mga daanan kasi para mas okay siya sa mga tao. Yung mga products nila is hindi sila nahihirapan na ipadala or ibenta sa mga places. So, next one is to create law to be tackled by Edeljoy Matubang.
Today I will discussing create law.
Republic Act number 11534, known as the Corporate Recovery and Tax Incentives for Enterprises (CREATE Act), created by the Philippine Congress in response to the COVID-19 pandemic as a fiscal relief to domestic and foreign corporations doing business in the Philippines, focus on lowering corporate income tax rates and rationalizing fiscal incentives to better attract local and foreign investment in the Philippines. President Rodrigo Duterte signed CREATE into law on March 26, 2021 with several veto provision. It was published in the Business Mirror on March 27 and took effect on April 11, 2021. Before the COVID-19 pandemic, CREATE Act was initially known as the Trabaho Bill or Tax Reform for Attracting Better and Higher Quality Opportunities. When the bill failed to pass Congress, it was renamed CITIRA or Corporate Income Tax and Incentives Reform Act, which also failed to pass Congress because it was deemed as a non-priority and non-urgent bill. Corporate Income Tax or CIT reforms under CREATE Act. The CIT rates for domestic corporation and resident foreign corporation or RFSCS under the CREATE Act will be reduced from the current 30% to 25%. Changes in rates of certain passive incomes incentives under CREATE Act shall include an income tax holiday is granted for a period of 4 to 7 years, followed by a special corporate income tax rate of 5% on gross income earned in all national and local taxes or enhanced deduction for 5 or 10 years. The incentive period varies depending on which area the registered project or activity will be located. Duty exemption on importation of capital equipment, raw materials, spare parts, or accessories. Transitory provision for existing registered activities. Those granted only with an ITH before the effectivity of CREATE law shall be allowed to continue with its availment for the remaining period. Those availing of the 5% tax on GIE before the effectivity of the law shall be allowed to continue availing of the said incentive for 10 years value-added tax. VAT exemption under CREATE Act shall include sale or distribution, importation, printing, or publication of any educational material covered by the UNESCO agreement, including digital and electronic format, all drugs, vaccine, and medical devices prescribed and used for the treatment of COVID-19. Amendment of income taxes purpose. Revenue. The purpose of taxation is to provide funds or property with which the state promotes the general welfare and protection of citizens.
And that's the end of our presentation. Thank you everyone. Keep safe and have a great day.